Welcome back! We have found a ship in need of a warp motivator, and it just so happens we know where to find one. Namely off to the left here. But since we cannot move it manually, we'll need to get the grabber. Again, I don't know if I'm moving. Now I am. The grabber will be able to move this thing to where we need it. You may have noticed in the previous video that I took the ladder with me again, and it's very important, even though we're not actually going to go down from here. Wait for this thing to take us back up. And then we have to quickly stand and jump again to avoid getting shredded. This beam looks really narrow. I don't think I would actually dare to walk on it like that. But it seems Roger does not suffer from vertigo. Alright, let's climb into the grabber before the droid notices us. Plopping into the seat, you grasp the forward-backward control of the grabber. And we are pretty much only going to go backwards, so we get to have the beep 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 the whole time. This is where the warp motivator is. I think it's around here. So let's push the button for the claw. It seems that it's attached by, I don't know, a tractor beam or something. Because there's no cable. And it looks like I got the spot right. It's not actually all that touchy. The claw senses contact with the warp motivator, grasps it firmly, and begins the ascent back to the grabber. It's not like you need to be in exactly the right position, you just need to be on the right side of the screen. Alright, now let's take it to where the ship is. And essentially each screen up here corresponds to a screen up at the top. Down on the floor. And the back rails corresponds to the back screens, and the front rails correspond to the front screens, the forward screens, the south screens, whatever you want to call them. And I think this is just about where we need to be to lower the warp motivator into place. And if not, then we'll have to pick it up again. Nope, I got it right. Sensing an adequate surface, the claw releases its cargo and begins the ascent to the grabber unit. The object thuds into place within the cavity of the ship. Good. So, we have to get off this thing, and the only way to do that is by going down the chute. Which is why we needed to take the ladder with us again. Because if you forgot that, then you would be stuck down there. Damn it. There we go again. Still dark here. Fortunately, you come to a relatively soft landing in a pile of debris. The rats are still gone, I guess. Climb it and take it with us again for the points, and so we can actually get back into the ship, of course. Naturally, you can do this much more quickly by just dropping the warp motivator in the ship to begin with, the first time you get into the grabber. But I am in the business of making Let's Plays, not speedruns, so I wanted to show you how you actually could solve this puzzle, as I always do. So you'd first need to know where to use it, before you can use it, of course. And I think that after this, our score will no longer be going up and down by losing and gaining items. Now we get the points back for putting it here, which we lost when we take it away from here. I don't think we'll lose points again in this game. So let's get into the hatch. And let's just check with the diagnostics to see if everything is working now. Yes, power level still nominal. I already know all this. The auxiliary reactor is nominal. Landing gear is nominal. And the warp motivator is also nominal. Looks like this bird's in good shape. Great, that means we can get out of here, hopefully. So let's sit down. Take a look around here. You're sitting in the pilot's seat of this sporty little ship. In front of you is a control panel, which contains a computer screen. Let's search the seat. Searching around the cushions, you find, among variously colored wads of lint, 7 buckazoids. Yay, we have money now. You possess 7 of these nifty monetary units known as buckazoids. Obviously a play on the word buck. Trying to make it sound more science fiction-y, I guess. Let's look at the monitor. Can we look out the window, actually? You can just see over the trash piled up against the cockpit window. Above you is the ceiling of the junk freighter. Alright, so let's look at the panel now. The control panel contains a computer screen. All ship systems are accessed through the pilot's computer. Look at the screen then. Alright, let's see. We have engines and radar. I guess turning on the radar would be a good idea. Because if you don't, you'll just fly into the wall. And engines. Also a good idea. Adequate thrust achieved. Alright then, let's take off. You feel a strong rumbling as the ship strains to loosen itself from the confines of the junk heap accumulated at its base. Finally, it begins to rise. The ship rises several meters, then stops abruptly. An alarm from the computer attracts your attention. Ascent halted due to obstruction. If you hadn't turned on the radar before taking off, then you would in fact have just crashed into the wall. So let's switch to the weapon system. Engage the front shields to protect us from any debris. And blast our way out of here. The shot blasts a new orifice in the side of the junk freighter. The pressure generated by the desire of the ship's atmosphere to escape to the considerably lower pressure of space causes your ship to be spit out like a watermelon seed. Yay! That means that we're safe. Also, the owners of the garbage freighter are going to be pissed. Anyway, we will continue in the next video. Let's see where we can go from here.